With TIBCO data science, utilizing the workbench, we encounter a variety of different objects. Whether those objects are spreadsheets or workspaces or reports, we want to introduce you to those objects so that you can use them effectively. One of those most basic objects are data. You'll see that the default file type is .sta, but once you open it up, it looks like the file type that you're used to. Continuous categorical text data in columns and rows. And what we want to do is we want to see the properties behind that data. So if we double click on a variable, we can actually see the specifications of that data behind the scenes. So if we wanted to change the type or format, we could do so. We can also go in and look at the text labels that we're using to represent some of the values of those data as well. Now we can do more than just work with the data. We can actually save that data outside of these file types. So if you wanted to save that data in a different type of file, we could do that. But we really want to analyze this data. We want to be able to interrogate this data. We want to be able to get some actionable insights out of it. And one of the ways that we've done that is within a workspace. So we can really keep track of our analysis within a visual workflow by taking and adding this to a workspace. So we've actually added that data to a workspace, and the way that we work with these is connect analytic nodes to those. So here you'll see a complete workspace. We've added everything from data prep to advanced modeling to model comparison, all for our users to be able to utilize. We can save these workspaces with all the parameters saved within them. So whenever you run the workspace, you get the results within a reporting documents object. This reporting documents object contains all the results of your analysis. So within your workspace, you connect the nodes, you run those nodes, and those nodes generate this output that you're looking at now. This output can contain everything from text to pictures, as you've seen. And you can actually save this whole file out as an STW file for your use later. Another object within TIBCO Data Science Workbench. Now, we did notice that there are different objects in here. One of those is a graph. We can actually take that graph out of the workbook and work with it independently. We can change different properties of those graphs, everything from the color to different properties of that graph, size, axis, titles. These all change depending upon the type of graph that you're working with as well. So for a bar graph, you're going to see different properties than you are going to see for a pie chart. Those you can save as different file types. But you can also do more than just change the file type. You can actually change the resolution of these graphs as well. Now these graphs, these analyses, these reports, what we want to do is we actually want to create some sort of presentation material. And one of those that we can do is a report. These reports allow you to collect your analysis and present in a form that's going to be consumable to your audience. We can include some titles, we can include different annotations that we want to include on this report, and we can even add additional aspects of the analysis that's coming from our reporting documents workbook. Now, keep in mind that what we want to do in the future is automate this process. So keep thinking about how you want to make this an automatable process for the future as well. Once that report has been finished, we can save that. But one of the things that I want to talk about is how we can take those reports and put them on our server so that on the server, those reports can be ran automatically. And what it's going to do is it's going to present to you in the format you request a report based upon the analysis that you've created in the workbench. And let's say that we want to do that from this workspace, this collection of different analyses that we've done on some data that we want to create an automated report for. In this report, you'll see we have a collection of different graphs and tables. And what we want to do is we want to create a report that'll run on a regular schedule and get emailed to a list of people that we want. So what we need to do is we need to utilize the server, and we need to create a report object in this server. And you'll see the component is the workspace we're using, the schedule, how often do we want to automatically run this. Let's say that we want to do it every week. And let's say that we want to output this in a specific format. Maybe we want HTML, but we could also do PDF or Microsoft Documents or rich text format. And what we can do is we can take those reports and let them run automatically as well. Macros are another object that we have with TIBCO Data Science Workbench. With this, you can script anything you want utilizing Visual Basic. And finally, let's say you're working on something and you just need to close very quickly. What you can do is you can actually create a project. This project file just saves the state of the application that you're in at the moment that you're shutting. That way you have the ability to go back and start exactly from where you came. So thank you for looking at TIBCO Data Science Workbench.